Hey guys, my name is TJ Dorian. I teach social studies here in Kansas City, Kansas at JC Harmon High School. Um some of my other responsibilities have been that I work on the district social studies curriculum committee. I'm one of our department chairs at the school, and I also am a assistant high school football coach. Um Within the idea of who's had the most influence on me in my life, I would say without a doubt it has been my father. Um, he is somebody, sports have always been a big part of my life. And growing up, he was always a coach of any of my teams growing up. Even in high school, was one of my high school coaches. Um, when my football playing career ended after college, I was lucky enough that my dad was on a staff. Ended up becoming the head coach. Brought me on. I was actually coaching at a rival school my first year. Brought me on to his staff for my second year, where I remained for the next 8 seasons or so, coaching with him and working with him at a couple different schools. Um, it was really cool for me to be able to work with him as a teacher, as a peer, and then also be able to coach with him outside of school. Uh, and he was a very big mentor of mine. Kind of, any questions or anything, just kind of all the stuff that Dad's supposed to do. Um Guided me on everything, just kind of creating me how I am today. Um, and unfortunately, he did pass away last summer. Uh, so that's kind of been where I'm at, is figuring out kind of what comes next, and that's kind of why I'm starting into my master's, trying to figure out kind of what's going to come next for me personally and professionally. In terms of that, my two big theories that I anticipate myself following for the most part are relatively similar to one another. Laissez-faire, where it's much more the way I interpret it is that it is very trusting of the employees, it's very trusting of the staff, in their decision making, in their knowing what is going to be best for their kids. I believe that each classroom is different based on just who's in that class. It could be you're teaching American history 4 hours a day, but each one of those classes is going to be different based on who's in those classes. What classes they're coming from before. Is it before lunch? Is it after lunch? Just a lot of different factors that kind of go into determining the behaviors, the abilities of each independent class. And I believe that the teachers are the most well suited to determine those things. And I believe that it is our job as administrators to help, rather than to dictate. Here's how things will be done. It's more of a poke your head in the door. Hey, what do you need? Can I help you? What's good? What's going on? What's going bad? What do we need to fix? What are some things that we can work on together? The other one would be a path goal kind of style, where a same way as trusting those employees, you're establishing those clear goals at the end. Here's the end goal that we're going to go for. Here's what we want to end up with at the end of this process, and then outlining what is that process going to be. How are we going to make that end goal? How are we going to be successful for ourselves and for our school? And then our job as administrators, then as is that leadership role, is to make those things possible. If resources are needed, if there's too much on everybody's plate, if some things need to be taken away, sometimes that's something that gets missed out, I believe. But I believe that those are my two main points of view, or main theories that I personally hope to address. Look forward to working with you guys throughout the month here. Hopefully it'll go quick, and we can all get back to enjoying our summers.